What's going on, guys? Pluffy X3 back here with another One Piece sim video, and this time it's going to be another ranked ladder video utilizing the Pluffy strategy. I may have been wrong. I kind of just dismissed Pluffy after the ban list because I thought like the only reason to play Luffy was because it had like an okay matchup in RP Law and like a pretty decent matchup in Lucci, and that since both those decks got neutered, the deck's worst matchup, like Black Yellow Luffy and Bonnie, would be more prevalent, and therefore you just don't want to play this deck. But I think now that you don't really have to worry about RP Law a lot, you can like make some decent tech changes that I already made pre ban list, but I changed a couple things. You can obviously see the Bon Clays instead of the 4-drop 6k bins. I think this is like way better now that RP Law is gone, and this card makes like Decklist Bullet a way more viable strategy in the Black Yellow Luffy matchup. Just like summon this card, and once this card is on the field, like Black Yellow Luffy gets a lot easier to beat. Plus, you're playing like some decent hate, including Magellan and Law, so like you can win for sure. It's just also their leader's 9k, so it's just one of those things. You just got to play smart, get cards out of their hand, and that kind of stuff. And then against Bonnie, you're kind of just like doing the same thing, ramping, trying to double Magellan them, poly their cards, just, be super aggressive, go super wide. And then also just like the deck has like, a good matchup into Nami, of course, and then a good matchup into Enel, which are the other two pretty popular decks. Now, I don't know how the deck does into Reiju right now. I still haven't played against it. So right now Reiju is unknown, and then like still like Lucci becomes even better because they can't stage clear your 5-drops all the time. And like also Magellan is still a card. So yeah, I can't remember if I'm forgetting anything. And like obviously there's like road decks. And Boa. I actually think that this deck can, while Boa is a pretty bad matchup, it's not as bad as a matchup as Bonnie into Boa. And my other choice for nationals is going to be Bonnie or this. So I'm kind of just, playing both to see how I like it. I'm not exactly sure where I stand right now. But, and like maybe the fact that all the Bonnies are going to be playing a lot more Zoros and less Kid makes me think that this deck could be viable. Because like the reason why this deck loses to Bonnie probably is because Kid, like mostly because of Kid. Dofi sucks too. But probably mostly because a kid like Zoro you don't really care about because you're probably going to end up putting them down down in life so fast and going wide so fast that like they just don't have room or, a good turn to stick to Zoro, just essentially stick to Zoro pass. You can almost always kill them on the kickback. That's why Kid was the go-to. They just summon the Kid when they're at like 1-0 life. And you have a board full of 6Ks, and like Kid just sucks for this deck. But since the Bonnies might be off of it, it could be better. I'm not sure, so it just deserves more testing right now. But we do have some games here. We're gonna do a Pluffy into Boa. So I'm gonna choose first, of course. Get my curve. Hand is not the best of all time. Would love to see a poly. But the good thing about Pluffy is that you can like feel fine because you're gonna draw a card before you get to play anything anyway. So like you feel fine with these kind of hands because you could just top deck into a poly and it makes it 10 times better. So we'll go 5 at life, see if they're gonna counter out. They should because they're Boa. They counter with the 2k counter. We're just going to play the Bon Clay pass. Of course, if they take that, we can afford to law them. Since we don't have the poly, they're going to go Jinbei into Dofi. We're going to use our ability to get to 8 on our 3rd turn. We're going to swing 5, copy the Jinbei. Might as well like swing with this thing while it's on the board because it's super easily removable. And we're probably just going to try and stick this bullet, bait out a red rock. Pass turn. So they have to spend their turn on the red rock. They do clear our board, unfortunately, but that's one red rock out of the way, and we have a Kaido coming next turn. I'll go 5-5. We'll counter out of both. Try to play around pudding, I guess. And also just like we're going to need to take our life probably soon. To get back to 9 for the second Kaido. We're going to play the Kaido, pop the Jinbei, swing 10. They will counter this. They do just had a ton of 2Ks, which I guess is fair. And they're just going to go 13, and I just also have a ton of 2Ks, so I'm just going to protect that, and I top deck another 2K, so I feel kind of validated about it. We're going to use our leader ability. Fortunately, Sanji is not live, so we just got to go 7-10. But it's not that big of a deal. We're just going to play the Sanji anyway. Like, it would have been the difference of going 10-10, which is not that deep. They're going to take it, play Sanji. So they're going to Boa our Kaido, which would suck if not for the second Kaido. We can just clear the Boa. They're going to swing 9 at us. We're going to 9 next turn, so we don't need to take our life, so it's like relatively safe to just take that. Oh, we're going to 10 next turn, sorry. We're going to go 5, 7. No need to hold up the blocker because we have a ton of counter, though we're not scared of the Sengoku. Play the Kaido, pop the Boa, swing 10. Put him down to 1, pass turn. They're going to red rock one of the Kaidos, draw a card, goes 6 at life, we'll just 2K that. And play a blocker, which is likely just not enough. We can kind of chill out here. Just swing good numbers because we do have a blocker in our hand if we just need to play it. We'll go 6 first, they'll take it, so now we can just guarantee game. Otherwise, we would have just swung 7 with the Sanji, played the Queen. Try not to play into the 7-drop event by keeping the Sanji standing, you know, that kind of stuff. We'll go into the next game on the ranked ladder against an RP Luffy. Magellan's pretty good in the matchup, I feel like. I obviously haven't tested a bunch against it because it's kind of a rogue deck. So we are just going to take our life, see what we can get. Nothing, so we're probably just going to end up swinging... No, we're just going to play something probably so that we can try and swing 6-6 with Magellan next turn. So we'll just play the Kamazo. It like has like a semi-relevant effect on the field, I guess. There goes 7 at life. Actually counter out of that, which is, I guess, fair. They're at 6 cards in hand, so the law isn't probably going to do anything this turn. Take our life, try maybe hit a Poly, and we don't, we hit a Kaido. So it looks like the Magellan play just might be the move. We'll start with 6 with Kamazo, get a 1K counter out of hand, goes 6 with leader, and then Magellan, can't pop anything with Kamazo, pass turn. Opponent goes to 6 Dawn, they're going to go 7 with the Zoro, get a Dawn back, and since they could potentially go 9, we'll just counter out of that and take the second one. Do rip another Magellan. We're going to go 5 into the Zoro. 6 at life. And we are just going to play the Magellan, so... I could have argued to like play the Bullet there, but I know this deck runs Shanks. I know it couldn't have Shanks it this turn, but next turn would have been nasty. And I will say I do get pretty lucky this match because they didn't have a lot of top end, but also like double Magellan. So I think this turn I definitely... So I think I played the Kaido this turn. I definitely should have Magellaned because they're going to go to 8 and then leader ability go to 9. I totally forgot about their leader ability, so I thought that like, what is Magellan going to do? They're just going to go to... you know, they're just going to go to 8, which isn't, you know, they can still play Dragon, they can still play a ton of things, so I was like, it just doesn't feel right to Magellan, make him go to 8, but I literally just totally forgot about the leader effect, so if they did have the 10-drop Luffy, I'd probably just die. I definitely just die. But I got lucky and they didn't draw it. They did have the Shanks, though. And they did have the Diablo Jumbo, so I kind of got lucky there, put myself in a bad spot, but... ended up working out. Could have played differently if I just remembered that their leader effect could get a Dawn back for them. So going into the next game here, it's against a Nami player. One of the toxic decks of the format, some say. They're going to choose to go second, which I think is fair. I mean, I'll probably just choose to go first. So another cool thing about Luffy is that the die roll largely doesn't matter because a lot of decks just still want to go second, even into you. Or like people just don't know that you want to go first. We do have double Magellan, but that's kind of irrelevant in the matchup, I feel like. Unless we get like a Kamazo that we could play and we could abuse it. We do get the Kamazo. Huge. So we're not going to swing 5. We're just going to play the Kamazo because they have a Dawn up. And then anytime they play a Kaya, we can play a Magellan and pop the Kaya. They're just going to play a Margaret, draw a card. We're going to leader ability, rip a Poly. Huge. Just kill the Margaret off the rip. Swing 5, 6. They're going to have to guard out of one of these and then take the other because they only have one Dawn standing past turn. They're going to go 5 into the Kamazo. We'll protect it, of course. Play another Margaret, and we just have Kaido, so we're going to Kaido that thing. Kamazo effect, kill the Gloriosa. Be able to swing out here with a 5. Kind of playing into White Snake, but then we could just go 6, 6, 10. So we'll go 5 again, 7. Because they never White Snaked. They will get to 9 with a Snake Dance, and then 10. So not like looks like their hand is pretty dog. They are going to hit a draw 2, trash of useless cards, so that's pretty nice. Go 5 into Kamazo. We'll just give him a Bon Clay. Play Margaret, pass turn. We have Magellans for days. We'll rip another Poly. Good God. Yeah, so we'll go 5. They will 1K, or sorry, Rubber Band Shooter. And then we're going to go 6, 7, 10. Potentially should have just went leader effect and go 7, 7, 10. Unless I already leader effect, I don't remember. Yeah, but if, yeah, or I just go, yeah, I should have went leader effect 7, 11 at the very least, like just 7 with Poly, 11 with Kaido, and then if they tap out, I can swing 5 with leader. Probably shouldn't have swung the 6. Fortunately, they only have Spada, so it's not that big of a deal, and I just swing 12, try to correct my misplay by not giving them a free 5 this turn. And plus they spotted, so like maybe hypothetically they were trying to rearrange. They put the mill cards on top that they were going to mill off of the gavel or the rubber band shooter or something. So now I just make them take the life instead of using those cards and draw into the shitty cards that they were going to mill. That's, I mean, maybe that happened, who knows. They are just going to have a Kaya either way. Discard a Snake Dance and a Love Love. That's tough. They're going to play Apis. Discard a Love Love. Oh my gosh. I don't know about all that. Draw a Pilaf. So I guess they do just replace the 2 cards they discarded. Play another Apis. Discard Margaret, Pilaf. Take another Pilaf. And then swing 5. Okay. I am just going to Magellan so that they can't Snake Dance this Kaya back. I can kill it with the Kamazo, and then leader effect, get the Dawn back. I just got just minus with Magellan. Swing 6, try to play around Snake Dance. They're going to Love Love. We'll just go 7 now that they didn't Snake Dance. They're going to level up again, and then all these hits should just go through. We'll go 7. 7, and then 11. I should have just went leader effect 9, 10, or like 8, 11 or something. Not to even like give him a chance to counter out of it and give him another turn. So that was just sloppy play by myself, unfortunately. Those are kinds of things that you cannot do against Nami, like just giving them another turn for no reason. You just give them a chance to draw into their mill cards. Yeah, they're going to peel off and then Kaya, but unfortunately not have anything else to play. So they're going to have to scoop it up. Let's go into an Enel game here. Waiting on the opponent to join. Okay. So our hand is ass, so we're mulliganing that. This one's a lot better. We don't have Magellan, which sucks, but we do have the Law and the Poly to ramp into the Kaido. We ripped the Magellan off the top, so that's pretty nice. We're gonna swing 5, and they just counter out, of course. Not trying to get lawed. So we just play the Law with no effects. They'll swing 9, we'll take that. Rip a life. Double Magellan now, so that's huge. We definitely just Poly, go to 10 next turn, then double Magellan. We'll start with 6 with a leader, see what they do with that. They hit a Nami, so it's like, whatever, I'll swing with Law. Let's try and make up for the loss in tempo. And they will 2k counter that. They're going to go 6 into the Law, we're just protected with a 2k counter. And then Gidatsu doesn't kill anything, but it does stick, which is annoying. Because we really don't want to Kaido this turn. We want to double Magellan and then Kaido next turn. So we'll just have to live with the fact that this Gidatsu is going to be on the field. We're going to Magellan, make him go back to 6 next turn. Keep him off the Katakuri. Keep him off the 7-drop Enel. The Compote. They're going to go 7 into the Law. We'll just eat that. They'll go 6 at life. Play a Frankie, I guess. I have to assume. Yep, play Frankie. We could just kill it with the Poly, but it's probably just better to Kaido. Unfortunately, they do just take these, which is the smart play. Oh no, they counter out of the 7, which is the smart play, because if I Kaido, I can't swing with it. That opens it up for a pretty valuable Kingdom Come next turn. They'll go 5. Probably just take that, because they're obviously going to Katakuri or Kingdom Come, one of the two. And I don't care. I'll go down to 1 life if they want a Kingdom Come, which is fine because they don't stick a body. And then like the Katakuri is going to give me a life, so I might as well take it, go back down to 2. They're going to go 7. We'll go 7 with Magellan. Take the life with leader ability, get a 2k counter, and then swing 7. We're just going to play this Queen. By the way, they hit the 0-drop and then a Frankie and then a Shirahoshi, so huge for them. Pretty nice, pretty nice. We'll Queen into 2 dead cards, discard one of them, pass turn. They're going to swing 5. We'll give them a 1k, swing 5. Probably just have to give them the 2k here. And then they're going to play Ace, swing into the Magellan. Yep, that's fine. And then into life, we'll take that. Kind of scary, but we'll just go 9. Maybe I should have just countered out. No, we couldn't have countered out of the Magellan because they had Ace behind it, behind the Katakuri. We'll go 9. They don't have it, so they will have to use their leader ability. We'll go 10, see if they have it. They don't. Ain't no triggers, so we'll just use our leader ability, swing 12. And they use 0-drop, 2k, 1k, 1k, get exactly to 12, and cannot beat the 12. So, pretty nasty. Pretty close game. We're going to play against the same player here for our last game of the video. Another Enel matchup. This time, they also discard a card, and we also have double Magellan once again. I choose not to play the Law and just play the Kamazo because I kind of want the Law to get some value here in this game, just because my hand, I don't have a lot of top end, so I could see myself playing the Law later on. We do rip the Poly. We'll swing 5, and then leader effect, kill the Nami, swing 6. They luckily don't have the Nami for the poly this time. They're going to go 7 to the Kamazo. We probably just let it go. Yep. And they're going to play a Frankie, which is whatever. We're going to double Magellan in this turn. We'll start with a 5, see if they take it. They do. We'll swing 6. They take that. And then we're Magellan. Magellan, I'm assuming they thought they were going to be able to cut a Curry next turn. Put the Frankie on top or something. That's why they went down so low. So also just like Raigo is like decently valuable on 6, but not here exactly. They're gonna go 8 into the poly, and they're holding up 8 with Frankie, so I just decided to let it go. And they are just gonna go 8 with Frankie, so we'll give them 2 2Ks so that we can try and use our leader ability probably the turn after we Kaido. Deciding exactly what to do, because we could play the Law, rip 2 cards, or just stick the Kaido, kill the Frankie, and go really heavy at life. Probably the best play is to Kaido, to try and stick a big body, to, you know, make them choose between Raigoing and living another turn, or, you know, healing. So we are going to go 7. They're going to count out of everything once again. That's the best play. And since we decided to swing first, we can't law them, so we might as well just Kaido, pop the Frankie, stick the Kaido. They are going to swing at life. We'll give them a 1K, then they're going to Katakuri the Magellan. I think we can just afford to use leader ability, but we'll swing 9 first. Make them use their leader ability. They hit a Shirahoshi, discard 2 dead cards, and we can still go 10-10 here and still like be able to live next turn because we have so much counter in hand. 2 life to 2 big swings. If they just try to go for game with ace, then of course we can just counter out of the 5 swing, but either way they didn't have it. We just swing out 10 and they didn't have it. So yeah, let's go into the list before we leave this video. Yeah, I mean, Purple Luffy is looking decently cracked for the next set. Has some good matchups into the meta. Has some like not very good matchups, but I think winnable. Like, they're not the most polarizing matchups of all time. They're still definitely winnable if you can draw well, and you like just practice the matchup over and over. I'm still rusty with the deck, even though I've been playing it for the last few weeks. I think I still need just a ton of practicing in the Black Yellow Luffy. The matchup seems so winnable, but it just becomes a point where you feel like you make one misplay and you just lose because of it, because it just snowballs out of control. So I feel like the matchup is very winnable. You just gotta, yeah, it just requires a lot of testing. So I'm gonna keep testing it. Either way, GG to all those guys. Make sure to subscribe to Plastic Beach X3 for more One Piece videos, and peace out.